Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Double D Vintage Baseball Cards. My name is Dylan, and I will be your host tonight in this greatest day ever because we get to look at some baseball cards, vintage. I got all kinds of cool stuff tonight. Super pumped up. I had some crazy things happen in the hobby this week again. I don't know what's going on. It's like you put some effort into something like the YouTube thing, and it just, whatever it is, it's just paying dividends. It's been absolutely exciting. So I got a few things I want to share with you guys about that. I've got some SGC reveals that I can't wait. I'm not going to be a guy that can't look at what I sent in 5 cards. There's no way I'm going to be able to not look at the grades even before I get them, because they scan them and put them in. Another conversation I'm going to have about that. But I hid it from you guys. You guys saw these cards before. I bought a couple of these raw last time. I got them back in 5 days. I could look exactly, but I believe it was from the second I posted them, second I sent them, to the second they were graded with the pictures on the website. I think that was 4 days, and I got them a day or two after that. So it was insanely fast, probably because PSA opened. At first I was like, man, that also could mean, is there a slowdown coming because people aren't grading as much stuff? Absolutely could mean that, but really it coincided with the PSA thing. I went like a week after they opened, or a week after that or something, or I don't know, maybe it was longer, but anyways, it took 5 days. It was epic. Couple things I want to talk about. First thing I want to say is I want to give a shout out. I've appreciated all the shout outs that everybody's given me. Everyone has been absolutely awesome. I always talk about that, and I'm going to continue to talk about that, how fun this community, my nephew makes fun of me for saying community all the time. But that's what it is. It's a community of fellow collectors, and specifically vintage baseball card collectors. It's totally cool that I follow guys that do modern, and a lot of guys do modern. I have some modern stuff. I have bought some modern stuff. I probably, I've talked about it before. Everyone's just been awesome. Something different about YouTube than I have an Instagram account that is something different. I've never showed my face on there. Never shown anything. Never shown my face. Never shown my wife. Never shown anything. I just take pictures of videos of what I've built. And it's ponds and kois and turtles and stuff like that. With that scene, it was like, if I feed the turtle the wrong food, like, you shouldn't feed it that, I'll get a message. And you're like, dude, are you serious right now? I fed it this, and you're like it's just so frustrating. Like, there's people on there trolling, and I just delete them. I never replied to a single thing that I've ever gotten in my life from Instagram that was negative or anything. I just delete it. I just don't even reply, because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. And when I do get a negative feedback eventually, and I got one time, someone hated the color of the blue room. Like, dude, I don't care if you hate it, but I just deleted it. You're done. You're not going to be my friend. If you don't like the blue, I don't care. I like the blue. My wife likes the blue. It gives us, I don't even have to explain myself. I just delete it. If I ever get any more, that's the worst I've gotten. So back to the YouTube thing, it's just a great, awesome group of guys and girls and fellow humans that are into this stuff, and they watch my content, and it's blowing my mind, and I'm watching theirs, and I'm having the greatest time. This week, my nieces and nephews, my sister and my sister's husband, who also played for the minor league Dodgers. He was signed by the Dodgers back in the day. He's like 2 years older than me, so not like crazy long time ago. But anyways, they were visiting last week, so I couldn't do the hobby Palooza thing. We were out at the beach all day long, every day. But anyways, my nephew Titus, he hit me up. He's 15. He's a soccer player, really good soccer player. Goes to school that is specifically a soccer school, which is nuts, right? Just soccer, right? They do the other things too, but anyways. He hit me up about a week before and said, dude, I've been best YouTube ever. He sent me a text message, and I was like, no way. I'm really close with his name's Titus. I'm really close with him, just like I am with my other nephew, Bruce, because me and my wife don't have kids. We chose not to have kids. That was a life path. That's a whole nother conversation. I won't go in that. But we are extremely close with our nieces and nephews, more than any uncle and auntie really can be, I would assume, because we have all the time for that. Anyways, he hit me up and he said he has been watching my YouTube and he's been collecting soccer cards at his school and trading with a buddy, and I would have never known that. He would have come over and seen my wall and then talked about it, but we wouldn't have connected as deep as we did on this trip. And my brother-in-law, Nate. I mean, we were in here. I'm going to show you guys some video. Maybe I'll pop it up in the corner at some point. We were in here in my card room and just like first we were like doing the museum wall and doing the tour and showing them cards. And then I have all these wax packs from my era. So 87 till, or actually 80, but 87 really I'm willing to open, or even 86 all the way till 92. And so we were blasting packs open. So shoot the video up. Here's the video. Maybe I'll get interrupted right now. I have a video of us opening packs. We were having the time of our life. And we went into the card room, or into the museum, or into the inspiration room, as me and my wife call it, the museum slash inspiration room. We were in here every day, and we'd spend the whole day at the beach, and then we'd come in here and play with cards. And as we were going through my cards, he likes basketball. He's not a huge baseball fan, but we were opening packs and pulling the Hall of Famers, putting them in sleeves. I built him a book, we built it together, and then he likes basketball. So I have a bunch of basketball cards. I don't collect them. I did in like a 2-year period, and it was during Kobe Bryant's rookie year. So I gave him a whole bunch of basketball cards, just some super sick ones that I just, one day I have them all in order, ready to sell. I have like this many Michael Jordans and this many Kobe's and Shaq's. And so we built him like a book like this. You'll see, this is one of my books. We built him a book. So I taught him how to do everything, and we spent hours like building a book for him, starting it off. And then we went to the card shop together and found one blaster box of soccer cards and some Topps packs at Target, but that's it. The only ones we could find. Open those up. I just had the funnest time. It was so awesome. I was so excited about it. So that happened this week. And then, I was going to do a shout out. I think I just, I want to do a shout out. Sammy Thunder. His name's Sammy, and his account name, I'll put it in the description because I know how to do that now. Sammy Thunder is doing a 500 subscriber giveaway. I've watched his videos off and on. I haven't watched every one of his videos, but he's a really nice guy. He does pack openings, and then he kind of switched over to, he does he'll visit a baseball card shop. And I love that because I don't have that opportunity where I live. And he'll video he'll have like $100 budget or something. I'm simplifying things. And then he'll video where he's going, the shops and stuff. And I love that stuff. And when I sit down and watch videos, it's really fun for me because, they show the price tags on them and stuff. It's just super cool to see someone go into a shop when you're someone like me who doesn't have that access to a shop like that. There's 0 shops that I can have access to that have any baseball vintage whatsoever. Pretty much any vintage, but baseball vintage specifically, I only have a couple of collectors friends that do the card meetings we have, or like card swap things. I've talked about them. So Sammy Thunder, check him out. He's doing a 500 subscriber giveaway. Really cool. He's giving away 2 awesome cards. I think Ozzie Smith rookie, and then I want to say 72 Willie Mays, but I'm not sure if it is. I think it is. And you don't have to do a video or anything. Just go check it out. He's awesome, super cool, super nice guy. Sammy Thunder, stoked man. I love watching your stuff off and on. I'll pop in and pop out. I really like where you're going with it. So I just wanted to say thank you since another 500 subscriber guy. So I don't know when he started or anything. Could have been the same time as me. I have a couple notes. Man, I was going to set like a clock to be like, okay, you got to stay on time, Dylan, like 1 hour. But you know what? We're just going to standard go where this goes. Other cool stuff that happened this week, baseball card related. Now this is really exciting too. Pause. It's so funny because I try and talk so fast because I only like want to have like an hour long video where really I feel like I'm hanging out with my friends I always talk about, and I can hang out here for 3 hours. So I'm like just trying to talk as fast as I can. Oh man. All right. So other awesome thing that happened to me was it has to do with these baseball card shirts. And the Cobra, I got the Cobra on right now. Dave Parker. So the story goes, my wife sells art. Okay. We do pop-up shops. She's in tons of stores across the US and all this cool stuff. Okay. But she has always only run her own pop-up shop for 3 years. Her own, she does it only on Saturdays and this one, farmer's market. And then she'll do sporadic ones, but it's always been me. I go and I built all her displays and we set up our booth I set up a booth with her, and then she sells, and then I leave and I come back in 3 hours or 4 hours whenever the event's over. Well, about 3 months ago, we decided, what the heck, I should try and sell. I should do a booth. There happened to be a show at the exact same time as hers, or like a half hour apart, so I set her up. Then I drive to another spot and I set myself up with her product. So fast forward, I built all these displays. I had to rethink everything because we have one car, so we've had to fit two pop-up shops. And I'll show pictures of me at the pop-up shop. And it's a huge thing. It's like setting up a store, right? It's beautiful. Her stuff is incredible. Art's everywhere, all kinds of different products, like just super cool stuff. Take a look at the picture I'll post on there. And then maybe I'll post a picture of her shop too, because I just had someone take it really fast. But I've been doing it for 2 months, okay? So it's all relevant to baseball cards in a second. And in those 2 months, the first 3 or about 4 weeks, she made me wear a button up. And anyways, I spent a month building all this stuff, okay? I redid her, rewinding a little bit. I redid her pop-up shop so we could have 2 pop-up shops that fit in the car that are like instantaneous. I could build them much faster. So I did that, okay? So this is a whole experiment, and it's just been so incredibly fun. If you've ever been a part of growing a business, I have a business too. That's a separate thing. It's just the most exciting thing ever. It's so much fun. So if you are on the fence of going after a business, dude, do it, because it's awesome. There's nothing better. It's so exciting. Anyways, 2 pop-up shops going. I had to wear a button up, clean shaven, and just look presentable, and I was totally for that, okay? So I was like, at these shows for about a month. It was 3 or 4 shows. It was 1 a week. And I was wearing a button up, and I just was like hot and sweaty. I bring a boat battery, so I have a fan blowing on me, but I just wasn't comfortable. I wasn't myself. So, and I had shoes on. I'm like, my feet are sweaty. I don't wear shoes except boots, hard steel toe boots when I work. But I don't wear shoes. I wear mainline flip-flops, slippers over here. So I just said, can I just wear baseball card shirts? I just want to wear baseball card shirts. I feel more comfortable. I feel more confident. And so she gave me the okay. So the last month I've been wearing a different baseball card shirt every week. And these are all tourists. So all the people that see me, dude, I have been like, my sales went up a not small substantial amount, a good amount. And it was like, dude, it's because I felt comfortable. Everyone is not everyone, but like 4 to 5 a show. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah. And then first thing they'll say is like if they love the Pirates, or they'll say the city, and then they'll be like, oh, I love Pittsburgh, or Pittsburgh. I go, do you love the baseball card? My first question, do you love the baseball card part about it, or do you love Dave Parker, or do you love the Pirates? Whatever shirt I have on that day. And I've had numerous collectors, or they know a guy who collects, or their brother collects. Just awesome stuff. So fun. So now every week, one day when you guys come, some of you guys will come visit, and I'm getting to know a lot of you guys a little closer, as a real friendship going on here without even meeting anyone. Really weird. But awesome too. You guys will see me working a booth, or you might see me one day, somebody random, like, yeah, that's me. So that's been super cool. Wanted to talk about that. And then I also have just so many more things. So the next thing I want to talk about is, I told you guys I was going to be doing the high resolution scans of every single graded card I own. I've been doing it. I've spent, it takes a long time. I'm going to put a video up right there. You'll see me scrolling through just a really quick one. I don't have all of them that I've done, but I took a quick video of my phone from my wife's phone onto my phone. So I'll make it better, but it's so sick. I just scroll through my collection. I've got 140 cards up now. So high res, so you pop in and you zoom in, and it's so sick. And that gets me into the next conversation of graded cards and SGC. I am a super fan now. So I've been a fan of SGC since the beginning of my collection. Whenever they started, if it was 20 years ago, I can't remember exactly, but I know I was buying SGC cards forever. Like, there's some that are so, like, you can't even read, like, the labels were like, look like they were on a typewriter. Like all faded. I have this Al Kaline 1972. It's got to be. I've got to have it 20 years. I don't know how long they've been doing it, so I don't know the exact year. But I've always been the supporter of, if you like the card, I wasn't specific. I don't have that. I got to have all one thing. I got to have all PSAs because they look good displayed, all PSAs. I don't care. But now with these SGCs, the black ones, I'm kind of addicted to them. After that big SGC order I did, all the cards that I sent in, like, I'm really starting to understand. Like, I was really good at grading. I was really accurate on a lot of those. And the ones I sent in this time, it's like, it's really cool to see, like, a 3.5 that, I might have thought was a 4. I might have thought was a 3.5. Slabbed up with the black border. It makes the cards just look better. Plain and simple. And case in point, I'm going to show these two cards right here. So I'm going to zoom in on these right now. These are two Sam Rice, 1935 Diamond Stars. I bought these because Doug, I talked about Sam Rice, and I collect Sam Rice, a couple of his cards. I have like 3 of them because of his story. But I bought this card because he collects them. Scratch that. He bought one. I saw this on his video. Boom. I saw it on his video, and he showed me the one. He was inspired from my Sam Rice, which is a 33 Gaudy, to get this one, and I saw this one, and I was looking at it in the meantime, and I saw it, and I go, wow, that one really is good looking. So I bought this one, a PSA, and first I bought this one, okay? This one was ungraded. It was raw. I sent this one to get graded. I spent $45, I think, on this one, and then I saw this one pop up literally a day later, or I had been watching it, I can't remember, and it ended at $75. I bought it. I won it, $75. I sent this one in to get graded, and I'm going to show you guys I'm kind of gonna ask you guys' opinion. I'm gonna show one at a time and see what one you guys think looks better, and then I'm gonna reveal the grades, and then also just what looks better. I mean, straight up, like, just if you had this exact same card, which I do here, one looks a little different than the other. Obviously, they're vintage, but look at the black border. It just makes them pop. It just makes them pop. So SGC, I've really not flipped a corner because I've always been an SGC fan, but with the black labels up top and $30, I think they're going to catch up to, I mean, in the long run, you know, fast forward 5-10 years from now, I think SGC prices of their vintage cards are going to be the same prices of PSA. And they might even overtake them because I have some PSA cards. Like this one, I mean, you'll see what I think. I mean, I think this one looks 10 times better in this SGC than this one. I mean, I'd crack this thing open and spend $30 to put it in there almost. I wouldn't, but it's getting to that point where I'm like, wow. And I'm also learning that low grades in these SGC cases look really good. I don't have any sitting out. I mean, a 4. You know, like a 4 Roy Campanella 1954 Bowman, just beautiful in my frame. 500th giveaway. Don't forget to check that video out. Yeah, I'm SGC is changing the way I'm looking at cards. It's so weird to say that because if this was a 4 in a PSA, to me it wouldn't look as vibrant and as bright. So I can really start going into these lower grade stuff. I've been, you know, 5s and then 4s because I bought that Ernie Banks a couple years ago. I bought the Ernie Banks and it was a 4 and I was just like, wow, these 4s look good. And I bought actually the first 4 I ever bought. It was either the Duke or this Babe Ruth Scoops 1954 card I have. I think it was the Duke. It was like 5 years ago. I bought the Duke Kahanamoko 1933 Gaudy card, and it was a 4, and I was like, man, that looks really good. That got me on the path of the 4s, and then I bought the Ernie Banks. And then I started going on the 4s, but once I see these SGC, I got one back last time, the Mickey Mantle on a 3.5, and I was like, man, that card looks like a 6 in the black border. So that's just, I kind of wanted to pump up SGC. I just think it's awesome. I'm really having a good experience with SGC, sending them to get graded and just what they look like. So you'll probably see I'm searching, on eBay for PSA still, obviously, but my main focus is SGC right now. I know I don't collect just the grade. I mean, I collect the card, okay? But my first search is always SGC now and not anything else because they're at a discount. And then I'll go to CSG and then I'll go to PSA. But before I purchase, I'll check them all, of course. But looking through cards. All right, so that's exciting. That's cool. We'll go through those. I'm going to hit pause because I'm going to set a clock out because I don't know how long it's been. And I kind of want to know because I haven't even touched like so many conversations I want to have. So I'm going to hit pause right now and then I'll be right back. All right, that was a quick break. It's only been 23 minutes. You guys are stuck with me I got another 40 minutes I could talk. Super stoked on that. Okay, so where I was, I actually took a couple more minute break since I was like, I got plenty of time. I actually grabbed a beer. Been seeing a couple guys having some cocktails, so I'm gonna have a beer and continue hanging out with my cards. Hope I don't drop the beer on these guys. Let's see. Okay, so where I was SGC all the way. Like, dude, it's changing everything. I've been buying SGC cards, the low grades, for probably a year and a half now. So when you see like a low grade, like a 4 or something SGC, it could be a newer purchase or an older purchase up to like 2 years ago or a year and a half or something. Otherwise it was like 5s, 6s, and some 4s, but the 3s and stuff, it's like, dude, I'm so excited that I can start buying low grades. I just really excited about it. I'm super stoked because it opens up a whole new world for me. Next stuff I want to talk about tonight is, you guys are going to be proud of me. I finished a set, and I told you guys I would. I've got my 1975. I got an O-Pee-Chee version, so this is my first, well, it's not my first O-Pee-Chee 1975 card, but it's the only 1975 O-Pee-Chee card in my set of the MVPs. So now I have all the MVPs. I don't care. It's not a tops. That doesn't matter to me. I'm not a guy that's, like I've talked about, I don't have to complete a set in this perfect system. This is the set of the MVPs. So now I have every MVP, and this is the last one I needed to get scanned because I scanned all my 75 MVPs so I can go through and get high res. So this is, I bought a 6, 1969 most valuable players, and Harmon Killebrew and Willie McCovey. Just an awesome card in the 6. Really nice looking 6 with tax, everything, $17. So can't go wrong there, and it's done. I mean, it's probably one of the most expensive ones I bought in the whole set because I built that thing a while ago, and so yeah. But I'm stoked. It's finished, done. I don't have to buy any more of those. Okay, that's great, fantastic. I got some really cool. So what I've been buying a lot of is dollar cards. I have a couple guys that I buy stuff from, and so you'll see a huge stack. I'll zoom in on these, but you'll see this is for my book, and these are all, these are high grade stuff, like 8s, 7s, some 9s, 6s, mostly everything above a 6. I love 81 Donruss, like you guys know. Zooming a little closer on those. I've been buying a lot of that stuff over the last 3 or 4 months because it's just a good way for me to continue on my book and collections and not spend a bunch of money, and know that as an eBay seller, I can sell any one of these cards for $4 each in the grades they are. Minimum, $3. I have some guys I trust, some sellers that I trust, and when they get new sets in, I know I'll just go on there and I just buy 100 of them, right? It's awesome. And then you save on shipping, and it's pretty much free shipping. It's like $7 for 100 cards. And it's a good way for me not to buy, I don't know, you just pick one up, and an 81 Donruss in a PSA 9 is going to cost you $20 most likely. Whereas in a raw version, you're talking $1. And maybe if it's an 8. And then one day, maybe in 10 years, my plan has always been the stuff, just like I've been getting stuff graded, the stuff that wasn't worth getting graded when I purchased it, like these cards here, never grade these cards. Not even for $10, I wouldn't grade these cards. But if, in 5 or 10 years or whenever the time comes where these are $10 cards or $5 cards, then you can get them graded. And I think that will happen one day, And if it doesn't, whatever. I can always sell these things for more than what I paid. So I like going down that route. Got some really cool stuff. This card's really, really awesome. I'm just going to stand here, and then we'll do a split screen, or I'll be a little circle. I just have more fun when I'm standing and talking about cards, and I kind of just feels more like you guys are in the room with me, so I like doing that. This card right here is awesome. I was thinking this card, it's like the water splash cards. Think Blue 77. Let me double check. It's Jesse. I mean, Jesse's awesome, but I just want to get his name right. Think Blue 77. Dude, I think this card, you'd love this card. I don't know if you have it or not, but they're pouring beer on Walter Alston from winning the 1959 World Series. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Walter Alston, but I just finished a book today. I go through books like crazy because I do yard, so it's spent 6.5 hours yesterday doing yard, just slaving away, just brutal. I went through a whole book. I had an hour left. It was an 8-hour Audible book. And another story about Alston was in there. So Walter was an amazing manager. His record is unbelievable. One of the best of all time. He was the manager for the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1955, and he ended up winning like 4 pennants and 4 World Series, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong. He managed for like 20 years or something. I don't know the exact time, but just crushed it. And he was a very nice, humble, quiet man, according to the books that I've read and the stories that I've heard about him. Somebody I never tried to collect. I just happened to have this card, and I was reading the book today, and he was in there, and I go, dude, I'm gonna go look and see if I have the World Series champions from that year, because I know Topps did them, and I did, and it was so cool, and I thought that card was so sick. Look at that poor Bill. Look at that face. Yeah, his face is so cool. He's just like, it was sick. So I'll zoom in on that. Jesse, I don't know if you have that one, but you got to get this one. Really awesome. Some really cool. I got some Doc Ellis cards up here that I picked. These are, dollar cards. I love Doc Ellis's story. I always come across him in books that I read, and how he was on acid or something like that when he pitched a no-hitter, a perfect game. I forgot the exact history of that. Somebody's going to know, but either way, I've heard it numerous times in my life. And Doc Ellis, I have a bunch of his cards. I love collecting Doc Ellis. Ricky Henderson, I love Ricky Henderson. Second-year card, 1981 Donruss. Just love this card. I think this one was actually $4. I graded this one a 9. Really, really, really nice looking card. It's actually one of my favorite Ricky Henderson cards of all time, period. His rookie card beats it, but there might be a couple more that are really nice, but I really love 81 Donruss, and I really love that card. It's Ozzie Smith, 81 Donruss. Oh, man, look at that thing. It's sick. Look at his sideburns just shooting out. His hair is puffing out. It's just awesome. Just a beautiful, beautiful card. Joe Torre. I really love Joe Torre. I almost went on a whole collection binge of his about a year ago. I read, I don't know if it's his book, but it was all about Joe Torre and his run with the Yankees and everything. And I've heard about him in many books. And then I find out, which was really cool. I was super stoked, and I collected a few of his cards, graded, not too many. I almost went down the whole road, because the reason I did, not only because it was an awesome history of him, but he looks so different from the beginning of his playing days, because players that become managers, you can see them like grow through the years and literally get older through the years. And I find that fascinating. So one day I'll have a display of all of a guy who played in baseball for 50 years. And that's someone like Joe Torre. He played 62 was his rookie, played all the way till, I'm not sure, I have no idea. And then he managed for a long time. And then I find out on Mike Moynihan's podcast, which was awesome, that his dad, what did he do? The lights? I forgot exactly what his dad did, but what I remember about the conversation he had with his dad, he did an interview with his dad, was that Joe Torre was very nice to him, and a very humble man, and a nice person. And that was cool for me to hear, because I really like collecting the nice players. Not that I don't have terrible racist players that I have collected, which, if I knew at the time, I would not have purchased their cards. I just don't. And it's weird, right? It's a whole nother conversation to have. And I totally am no discrepancy if you have a whole collection of Ty Cobb's cards, and I have not read other books on Ty Cobb's that I have been told to read, and I need to read them, and to get a little more information on things. But so many players, and I'm just not a fan of that, because I'm small, so I was bullied as a kid. This is nothing to do with race, but I was bullied as a kid. full blown in elementary school. I was the shortest kid in high school. I was like 4'9" or something as a freshman, right? So I didn't grow till end of senior year, but I grew in. I was fine. Like I went through my bullying stage, and then once I hit 8th grade or even 7th grade, that was done. I was confident in my own life and my own self and my self-worth, and there was no issue. But as for baseball cards, I always try to collect the nice guys, and I didn't know a lot of the guys that I collected weren't that nice until I read the book. So I still have some stuff, and I don't know. No one knows if, just using Ty Cobb as an example, if he was a racist. No one really knows, right? And I hate to talk bad on Ty Cobb because I still would love to have his card. Don't get me wrong on that. But you know what? I'm going to collect everybody else before Ty Cobb at the moment until I read some more books and learn some more knowledge that I do not know. Or any other players. And gosh, that's such a side issue here that is probably should never, it's like I never touch those subjects, but it's hard not to when, that's life. And that's the life, we live in this world that, I like nice people. I like to enjoy nice people's company, and I want to look at nice people on my wall regardless. Back to baseball cards. Exactly. Okay. Next thing, let's see. I've got some more notes here. It's pretty much all my notes. So I'm gonna show you guys some of these SGC reveals, and you'll see them in the side. Oh man, these are awesome. So let's see. This card right here. This is a purchase. I think I spent man, I don't have it in front of me. $45 on this card. Man, it's is that insane or what? Willie Mays, Stan Musial in 1963. I love these cards. Pride of NL. Beautiful card. 4.5. One more reason SGC just makes that 4.5 really pop. And the color really pop. And you know what? Really, when I look at my scans in my photos, and you'll see in the video, SGC just all the way. Just no doubt about it. It's all about the card, right? But these cards are displayed and they're in cases. So if I'm going to choose a case, I'm on SGC. It's what I'm going down right now, and I'm obsessed with them. Okay, here we go, right here. Let's go to this guy right here, Willie Mays, 1962 All-Star. This card's awesome. You know what? I got another one right here that I purchased. Zoom in on that guy, so you can kind of see the difference. I'll do an up-close version. You guys all know I like doubles, and most of my cards, not most, some of my cards, a lot of my cards that I really like, I have doubles. And normally I get doubles when I purchased the card originally, sometimes triples, sometimes 4 of them, because I like to go through them, and then eventually I can sell the bottom one that I don't like. And I do, and I will. And I have. But in this case, I really love this card. I bought this for, I think, $80. It's a 6 SGC, old slab. And then this one was in the mail when I bought this one. I wanted to get this one because I thought this one is going to come back at I think I put it as a 5.5, and came back. This one's awesome. 6.5. So stoked on this card. I was like, yes! 6.5 is like a 10. I mean, in the vintage world, and in SGC world, PSA, it's a 10. 6.5, I mean, for my mind, centered, color blast. This is a 6, and you can see the color difference. Other than that, very similar cards. The color blast way more on this one. Magical. So stoked on that thing. Oh my gosh. Alright, this one. Here we go. Willie McCovey. Must have spent $15 on this. I don't know exactly, but then another $30 to get it graded. It was a gamble. I was hoping for a magical number. I thought it was going to come back at a 6 or 6.5. 7. Look at that thing. Looks like a 10 in that SGC case. 7. So it's like perfectly centered. It's perfect as I need. Just a beautiful, beautiful card. Just really, really happy with this one. So scored on that one. Absolutely crushed it. Really stoked on that. And the next one here. Beer time. That reminds me, after I show this next one right here. This next one. Okay, you guys saw this last time. This was when I was watching a live YouTube last time, and then I was, one of the guys I talk about showed up. You saw I bought a raw card, Sandy Koufax, 1963 Topps, MVP, Cy Young, greatest season possibly ever for a pitcher, at least probably for Koufax. And I thought this was going to come back. I was a little nervous about something. I found something like weird right here. I didn't know how they were going to grade it. I gave it a lower grade, just to be safe. I don't have a thing in front of you, but I think it was like a 4.5 to a 5.5. 6.5. Woohoo! Originally, when I first looked at it, I thought it was a 6 to a 7. But then I found that looking up close, but it was nothing. I wasn't sure if it was in the card or like part of the... Dude, it's nothing. I just super crazy about it. 6.5. That card's awesome. I'm not selling any of these cards. I won't even sell that double that Willie Mays, but because they're both beautiful. Oh man, I'm so stoked on that. Are you serious? A 6.5. I mean, that paid for the whole lot. So that's really cool. 6.5. Boom. And then I got this Rod Crew. I spent $12 on this. This was, besides this Sam Rice SGC, this was my first card I bought on eBay that I sent. Oh no, I did send that. No, that was not. That was this is my first one I bought on eBay that I sent to get graded, because I don't buy high dollar cards on eBay. It's just a no-brainer. But I bought this for $12 about a month ago or something, and I thought it was gonna come back a 5. Boom, came back a 4. So I was bummed on the grade, but I'm not bummed on how it looks in this case. And the card still looks beautiful. I don't care about centering on the 68s. It doesn't bother me even if it's way off centered. The 68s could be literally just hanging off the edge. My mind doesn't care. It's one of those colored bordered ones like the 75 Topps, 70, 71. They don't bother me. So centering's no issue. So this one, probably a $60 card or something. So technically, I didn't really make any money on this. If I sold it, I'd lose money on the whole thing. I'm not selling it anyways. Going in a collection, of course, right? This stuff is like, pry it away from me. I sell stuff, but I got huge reasons for selling if I need to sell it. Let's see. I think that, yeah, man, I was going to show you guys this 80s book. Oh, I got another purchase right here. Gosh, this is a sick purchase right here. This guy right here is really cool. $80 for this. I think that was with shipping or without. I can't remember exactly yet. But really close to that. Willie Mays, 1961 Topps MVP, a 4, perfect centering. I mean, perfect centering. The color's actually really, really, really nice in this one. This is one of the better 4s. This is something that I would trade this all day for, like a super far off centered. I don't know. 6 is. It's hard. It's so hard to say from a 6 off centered to a 4 for me. It's easy to say from far, but when you're really up close with a card, 6 off centered or a 4 centered, because prices, 4s are cheaper, much cheaper. But a 6 off centered sometimes don't look so good. But man, when you get up close, a 6 pops, but this 4 is really nice. I was really happy with that. So yeah, I was really excited. I'm really stoked on all this stuff. Sandy Alomar, just some cool stuff. Sam Rice, 61 Fleer, just a super cool card for like $3. Couple more things. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I cannot forget this. All right, so if you guys have not watched, let me put some cards back on here. You guys can see these babies. Now you see the grades. If you guys have not watched it yesterday. If you have not watched Pepino Man's VR video response for my frame, you gotta watch it. It is unbelievable. It is spectacular. It made my day. I was slaving away. I'll put a picture of me. I literally took a picture at that time because I was working. I was like exhausted. I was doing a yard. And then one of my clients wanted me to work extra hard because they're having someone come in and stay at their house. So I was just like, oh my gosh. I had planned 2 properties for that day. I was in the middle of this one property, and then I got a YouTube notification. And normally, you get them all day. It's, all day long. So you can't look at them all, and I'm trying to work. But I was exhausted, and Pepino Man, I go, dude, he did a video. I gotta watch this. It was unbelievable. Pepino Man, your videos are just awesome. When I first watched your video, I watched a video of you like dressing up in like a horse or a donkey or something. And then I was like, my wife walked in and I minimized it because I was like, I didn't want to think I was crazy watching a crazy video. But as I've gotten to know you and watch more and more of your videos, the passion that you show with baseball cards and your videos, I absolutely love them. I love turning your stuff on and going down to my jobs and, take 30 minutes to get to some of these jobs and turning them on or popping in my pocket. I wish everyone did a podcast with theirs, which I should do too, because it doesn't make my phone turn off. I can't listen to videos while I'm doing yards because I get sweaty and my pockets get sweaty and then it flips off. I don't know how to keep it plain. But everywhere I like to listen to videos is the best way for me, because watching videos, I hang out with my wife all the time. So watching videos is hard for me. I have to separate and go watch videos. But Pepino Man, really appreciate that. I mean, that was hilarious. I was dying laughing. I mean, it was insane. And the card you showed, I was like, dude, I showed that 53 mantle that you showed. And I was like, dude. So, Pepino Man, I'm trying to get a hold of you. Dude, you won. I'm giving you a frame. I'm making you a separate one. It's yours. I wasn't announcing this for yay, Dylan's cool, he's giving him a frame. But no, I tried to hit you up. I haven't heard from you. I need to get your address because I want to send you the frame, and I got a couple things I want to send you too that I've always wanted to send you. So hit me up, dude. I was so sick, and my wife watched you, the helicopter, and you're like, I can't wait till you do a VR because I have to step it up. I already have some crazy ideas, and my wife has been thinking of ideas too for me to do. So when you do a next VR, when you do a next thing, or if you've done one, dude, I can't wait to do it. Thank you. That meant so much. That was so cool. Man, everybody out there has been really awesome. I'll let you guys go. You guys have hung out long enough. Thank you, everybody. I'm looking at my list here. Oh, I'm going to end my video. So after my video is however long we've been in, I'm going to take you guys over to here. You know what? I'm just going to grab the video camera right now. Take a drink of a beer. Grab this video camera. Still going live. See, Pepino Man, I don't even need to stop. I'm just going to grab this baby right here. Put you in a case. There we go. But I was very impressed with your editing skills. That actually blew my mind. So please do a video soon, VR, because I want to do one. This is my wax collection. Not all of it, but I put some up that would fit, and the ones that I showed last time, so you guys can see them on my wall now. And then those ones below, I've been opening a bunch of wax too. Having so much fun putting the old ones in the collection, selling some on eBay. This is how I'll end it. I know you guys have seen this wall. but I wanted you guys to see that collection. Oh, hold on. Where is... I'm trying to hold you guys steady. Oh, oh, there it is. Keeping you guys there. I'm gonna show you guys something else I got too. I'm gonna turn this light on. Boom! Look at this Jaws box. How cool is this? So I bought all these wax cards that I bought were from this one seller that I bought stuff for over the years many times. And he sends his cards, and I buy enough wax packs. He sends them in boxes, so I have a few boxes back there. And I thought this, I didn't ask for it, coolest box in the whole world. It goes right in my shark zone. And you guys know me with the sharks, so it's just really, really awesome. Yep. I'll show you guys a little bit here. I got to get my baseball card report down and talk about that next time or soon. From when I was a kid. So cool. I had all these questions in there. Interviewed myself basically back in the day. I think you guys have seen that wall set up. I change it every like 3 or 5 months or so. Whenever I decide to change it. This one is completely random on the left side. The right side is more precise and thought through. I do love random though. I absolutely love it. Okay, well, you guys have been on here a long time, so I just thanks everybody, and I hope everybody has an epic week. And let me put you back on here really fast. I'm not even gonna stop you. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you guys some of these, but gosh, we got so much going on. Got just some cool stuff. Man, I've probably been on here too long. All right, let me put you guys back in your cradle here so I can give the final salute. I'm making some people sick out there. My opa would be really sick watching my video right now. Too much movement. All right, right there. Okay, I'm coming in hot. Thanks, guys. Super epic. And I just can't wait to my next video. Okay. Until then, everyone keep collecting, which I don't know who says it, but I love it. And dude, love life. Life's awesome. Enjoy it. Enjoy this week and hang out with some friends, and hope you guys just have a epic week in the hobby and in life. Okay. Double shaka. Woo!